Hey, hello, I'm Jay Haley from Palmore Institute. This video is for our Eiken NICU writing class. Okay, this is video number 3 in the series. In the previous 2 videos, we've talked about your answer to the writing question on the Eiken test. And we talked a lot, especially last week, we talked about the topic sentence. Now, you might know that your answer, a paragraph, is usually going to have 3 parts to it. There's a topic sentence with the main idea, there's some supporting sentences in the middle of the paragraph, and then there's a concluding sentence at the end. This week, we're going to skip that middle part. We're going to skip the supporting sentences, and we'll come back and talk about them next week. But for today, I'd like to skip all the way to the bottom. I want to go to the end. I want to talk about the concluding sentence today. And the reason is, as you'll find out real soon, you already know how to do a good concluding sentence. So let's take a look at concluding sentences here today. A concluding sentence. I got 3 points about them. These are all very similar to what you might have seen last week with the topic sentence. But a concluding sentence, first point, it repeats the main idea of the whole paragraph. Now, last week we said a topic sentence states or says the main idea. Here, you're just repeating the main idea. Nothing new, nothing extra, just repeating the main idea that you said before in the first sentence. Second point here, concluding sentences are always the last sentence on this test. Okay, you'll finish with the concluding sentence. That's the last one on this test always. Lastly, and this is the good news, this is what makes them kind of easy. You just copy the words of the topic sentence. Okay? On this test, the easiest, safest way to do this is just take the topic sentence and repeat the same words again in the concluding sentence. So you're just going to copy those words. Again, like last time, maybe you might change some words if you're very confident. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but mostly just keep the same words. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. So you might remember this sample answer from last time. The question was this: some companies allow their employees to wear casual clothes like jeans or t-shirts. Do you think the number of such companies will increase in the future? Okay. The answer is written below with the topic sentence highlighted in red at the top and the concluding sentence highlighted in red at the bottom. But here's the answer. It reads, I think that more companies will allow employees to wear casual clothes. By doing so, they can make their workers happy. These clothes are more comfortable than dress clothes, so workers will be more relaxed and able to enjoy their work. Second, many companies want to help the environment. If employees are allowed to wear casual clothes, they will be cooler. Because of this, companies won't have to use air conditioners as much, which will reduce the amount of energy used. So, more companies will allow employees to wear casual clothes. Okay, let's focus in on this a little bit more deeply. On this slide, you're going to see one more time, you see the question is written there. Today, some companies allow their employees to wear casual clothes like jeans or t-shirts. Do you think the number of such companies will increase in the future? The topic sentence is written below. I think that more companies will allow employees to wear casual clothes. So is the concluding sentence. So more companies will allow employees to wear casual clothes. Now, when you look at the topic sentence and the concluding sentence, you'll see they are almost exactly the same. And one more time, going back to last week, we talked about when you write the topic sentence, you want to use the words of the question in that topic sentence. So you can see here how in the question, you get the words allow their companies to wear casual clothes. Allow their companies to wear casual clothes. That idea is repeated in the topic sentence. will allow employees to wear casual clothes. Okay. Again, if you look below, that same idea in the same words is repeated in the concluding sentence. Will allow employees to wear casual clothes. Now, in the same way, from the question, you had that phrase, number of such companies will increase. Okay. In the topic sentence, we changed the words a little bit, just became more companies, but it has the same meaning as a number increasing, so more companies. And then in the concluding sentence, you'll also see one more time, more companies. It's repeated. So use the question to get the vocabulary for the topic sentence. Use the topic sentence to get the vocabulary for the concluding sentence. You're just bringing them down here, just like these arrows show. Let's see one more example. Now, in this example, this is the one that we looked at from the first week and the second week. One more time. It's about internet shopping. And the question read, these days, some people buy things on the internet. Do you think more people will do so in the future? Well, the answer is, I think that internet shopping will become more popular in the future. First, internet shopping is very convenient. Some people are very busy during the day, so they do not have time to go shopping at regular shops. Internet shops do not close at night like regular shops do, so people can shop for things whenever they like. Also, internet shopping is often cheaper than buying things in stores. People always like buying things cheaply. Therefore, I think that internet shopping will become more popular in the future. Now, again, looking at that topic sentence, I think that internet shopping will become more popular in the future. The concluding sentence is, I think that internet shopping will become more popular in the future. I think those words are exactly the same. On this test, at this level, no problem. You can use the same words, but just make sure you do have both a topic sentence and a concluding sentence. Let's look at how these words were chosen and how we decided to use them. Here, the question, these days some people buy things on the internet. Now, buy things on the internet got repeated in the topic sentence as internet shopping. Again, a little word change, but same meaning. Okay? Internet shopping is repeated in the concluding sentence, just like that. Likewise, in the question, more people will do so in the future. Okay. More people that will do so in the future is repeated in the topic sentence. It's become more popular in the future. More people doing something is the same as becoming more popular. Those are the same, even though the words are a little different. Okay. The topic sentence, become more popular in the future. That just gets pulled down into the concluding sentence. Become more popular in the future. No change in words at all. Okay? That's how to write a concluding sentence. As I said before, if you can write the topic sentence, you can definitely write the concluding sentence. That's why we're doing the concluding sentence today and waiting for supporting sentences until next time. One more point here. I also have mentioned that you can paraphrase if you're very confident, and here is an example of that. In the question, buy things on the internet becomes, in the topic sentence, internet shopping. Internet shopping in the concluding sentence becomes shopping on the internet, and they're separated now. Okay. Likewise, more people will do so in the future from the question becomes, in the topic sentence, become more popular in the future, and become more popular in the future in the concluding sentence just becomes more in the future. So it's a bit separated, the words have changed. Again, only do this if you're very confident about the paraphrase. If you're sure these words have the same meaning, then yeah, it's a good idea to change the words from the topic sentence and the concluding sentence. Now, in your other writing classes, I will expect that you will do this. Not use the same words as the topic sentence in the concluding sentence, but that's those classes. On this test, really, once again, you don't have to worry about changing the words too much. And if you're not totally confident, just don't do it at all. If you are confident about it, maybe it's a good idea to start taking a look at the June EQ level test. If you can do this quite confidently and consistently, start looking to the next level. Start getting ready for that test because you're getting ready for it. Okay. Let's do some practice on our own. In this case, I'm going to ask you to look at the question, check out the topic sentence, and then write your own concluding sentence. Okay. Let me tell you what the question is. This was the one about volunteer work. You might remember this one. Nowadays, many Japanese people are doing volunteer work. Do you think the number of these people will increase in the future? The topic sentence we talked about last week was, I think the number of Japanese people who are doing volunteer work will increase in the future. Pause the video, write your own concluding sentence. Once you have the concluding sentence, unpause, come back. I'll show you what my answer is. Okay, in this one, so what I've decided as the concluding sentence, all I've really added is in conclusion, and then the words are the same. In conclusion, I think the number of Japanese people who are doing volunteer work will increase in the future. That's it. Same words. I didn't make any big changes. No worries. Let's take a look at one last example with this. Again, this is a question we've seen before, and we wrote this topic sentence last week. But the question was, some people say the number of cars in cities should be limited. Do you agree with this idea? Okay. Our topic sentence that we decided last week was this. I think the number of cars in cities should be limited. Okay, you pause the video, write your sentence. Let's compare when you're ready. Okay. All right. The answer I got here for the concluding sentence is, in conclusion, I think the number of cars in cities should be limited. Okay? I think the number of cars in cities should be limited. It's the same as the topic sentence, exactly the same. There were no big changes. Okay? So again, your answers might be different if you decided to paraphrase. That's okay. If you have some ideas you want to check with me, send me your answers by email, or we can check the answers once school reopens. In this case, there's no need to change. This answer is okay. Okay. So that's concluding sentences. As I said, they're pretty straightforward. They're pretty simple. If you have a topic sentence, you're going to repeat the topic sentence. Next week, we're going to talk about some things for those supporting paragraphs. But I'd like to introduce a little homework at this point. Homework for this week. This is the question about casual clothes in companies. Okay. Today, some companies allow their employees to wear casual clothes like jeans or t-shirts. Do you think the number of such companies will increase in the future? Again, this was a real test question from a couple years ago. The points they provided you were business culture, comfort, and fashion. What I'd like you to do for this week is write your answer. Again, try to limit yourself to 20 minutes and don't worry too much about the word count. See how much you can write in 20 minutes. Once you have that, again, you can email it to me or I'll check it once classes start again. That's it for this week. So this week we covered concluding sentences, next week supporting sentences. Look forward to seeing you then. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.